Half vaccinated and ready to talk about video games. What up, viewers? What up? What up? Calc Soups here, and today is Friday, April 23rd, and that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. We got two games launching this week, so let's jump right in. First big one has been in early access for I think about the past week or so, but MLB The Show is finally out. This is the first year that, I think I've talked about this previously, this is the first year that it's coming to Xbox platforms. It's on Game Pass, which means I'm probably more likely to play it. And the game's doing pretty well. It's got a 78 Metacritic, which puts it around where maybe I'd pick it up to play it a little bit, but I'm not usually too into baseball games or sports games in general, actually. But I am always excited to see kind of the hype around MLB The Show, and I still follow it as a video game analyst. Yeah, I think it looks, I'm interested to see a little bit more. I'm just kind of more, again, the big story with MLB The Show has always been, for me this year has been a little late, just because of COVID effect, but not too much to worry about there. And then also the fact that this is the first year that it's coming to Xbox. So like I said, with it coming to Game Pass, I am slightly more likely to pick it up. That's kind of what Xbox Game Pass is here for, is again, to give people kind of a chance to try something out that they normally wouldn't. So looking forward to possibly checking that out sometime soon on Xbox. This one's a little bit, the next game is Nier Replicant. This is a remake from about a decade ago of a Nier game. It's coming to, or it has launched on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. It's currently sitting at an 84 Metacritic. I actually saw one of the, I think this really snuck up on me. I was surprised that I heard about this, but maybe not a lot of marketing dollars spent behind kind of hyping this one up. I think if you're a Nier fan, you probably knew about it, and if you weren't, then it might have flown under the radar. I did watch a gameplay trailer for it, and the kind of combat and the third-person kind of attack style, action brawler kind of really got me a little bit interested. It might be a little bit before I pick this one up as well, but I was kind of interested in looking at this. I know that Nier Automata got glowing reviews, and it would be cool to kind of pick up a game in the series and see if it's the entire series that's really great, or maybe that was just the standout one. Let me know what you think of Nier Replicant down in the comments. If you missed it last week, the Resident Evil Village demo was playable. The 30 minutes or so that you were able to spend in the village was playable, and GameSpot put their whole playthrough on the PS4 Pro up on the internet. So if you're really looking into if you want to know, you want to dig into Resident Evil Village, if you're as excited about it as I am, you can go in and check it out. I'll have a link down below to their video. I believe the castle demo is playable for some people this weekend, so you might get another one of those coming next week, and then we're only like 2 or 3 weeks away from launch anyway. So looking 2 weeks away from launch. So looking forward to checking that out sometime soon and picking it up. I'm really excited for it. Biomutant is a game we haven't heard too much from in quite some time, but the latest trailer for Biomutant kind of shows the peaceful side of the game. I think they've been building up kind of the main character being a small furry woodland creature and fighting big monsters, and I think that's going to be a big appeal for a lot of people. But the most recent trailer kind of shows the calmer side, the between mission gameplay, the exploration, and that kind of caught my eye a little bit as well. So just wanted to talk about that. I'll have a link down to that trailer. Let me know what you think of Biomutant. Again, this is one that just kind of flew under the radar. I think they had a really long dark period, but I think is Biomutant intended to come out this year? I don't quite remember. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. The XCloud Beta is this weekend, so people on PC and on iOS are going to be able to play it. Beta invites are going out, I believe right now, or should have gone out. So look for that in your email. I believe the XCloud will be playable on Chrome and Edge platforms. So kind of the same way that Stadia kind of launched, where it'll be available on platforms, on browsers first, and then you'll be able to, they'll probably continue to try it out. Again, it's probably a very limited number of people who will get access to this, but I'm really interested to see XCloud and what Microsoft can do. We know how how Google's been doing. I think Xbox has a little bit more of the content that people are going to be looking for. And again, I think cloud streaming just opens up the market for more and more people to play games, to get more and more access. So it'll be, we've been teasing and dancing around this for a while. I think this is finally when the rubber's meeting the road, and hopefully any kind of specs or netcode issues, they can kind of figure that out with this test, and hopefully slowly roll it out to more and more countries and more platforms, and just get XCloud into as many people's hands as possible. So I think streaming is somewhere close to the future, but it's a double-edged sword. You need content and all that kind of stuff. So let's see what Microsoft can do with their XCloud platform. Speaking of Microsoft, there was, I think we talked about this rumor previously on one of these, that there was a Discord deal. I think Discord was up for purchase, and I think Microsoft was kind of the first in line, the ones that were possibly going to buy out Discord. The article I was reading this week talked about how that deal has now fallen through. That deal is not going to happen. They also, the evaluation put it at like $10 or $12 million for Discord, which it's funny because I was also reading the rest of the article that I'll have linked down below. Was talking about how Discord really hasn't turned a profit, and I could see that Discord probably has a lot of maintenance and a lot of stuff to keep track of, and I'm not quite sure what the input is. I guess there's probably a premium version of Discord that people can sign up for, but I think most people are using it as a free platform. So now that Microsoft is not interested, it kind of leaves the door open for potentially someone else to come in and buy Discord. I think when I first started speculating about this, that my idea was that Google would buy them and use it for rather than using, and this is kind of an off the wall theory, but rather than using YouTube comment sections, that each video or a community and its videos would be managed and talked about using a Discord interface. I don't know. That was just kind of my idea about, and I think that came up in a previous article talking about possible uses for Discord in the future. So I think Google might be the one to buy them, but for now, we'll kind of have to wait and see who, if anybody, is going to buy Discord. So now that the Microsoft deal has fallen through. Pretty sad day this week when Jeff Kaplan announced that he is leaving Blizzard Entertainment. Jeff Kaplan, who is the game director and face for Overwatch, has been working with the company for almost 2 decades now, and he announced that he is leaving. I think some of that kind of spins up the speculation engine of what's going on with Overwatch 2. Does this have any effect on what's going on there? I have kind of I'm of two minds about this. It is only one person, but he is kind of the head guy, so it'll be interesting. But it sounds like in the article I read that they've already kind of propped up his replacement. So hopefully things can transition easily and we can get Overwatch 2 coming out at it, and nothing has been slowed down by this departure. But pretty sad day for big fans of Overwatch and Blizzard Entertainment in general. The Monster Hunter board game on Kickstarter is slowly coming to a close. I think it still has 1 week left on its Kickstarter. I've kind of been following this one. They're up to $3 million, I think, of their, of the people invested in the Kickstarter. The one thing I would caution against is it is by Steamforged Games. That is the same company that did the Dark Souls. They did the Dark Souls board game adaptation, and you know, as one of my friends invested in it, it definitely took a very long time pre-COVID to kind of get everything out, and it was piecemealed. So hopefully they figured some of that stuff out. Not to deter you away from the Monster Hunter board game, but it might take a long time to get to you. But the models look really good. They talked about how they're going to have more and more, all the classes are going to be covered, or at least like 12 different weapon types. I think it'd be pretty cool to have kind of a Rathalos miniature. So I wish there was like a pick and choose way that I could invest, just because some of those miniatures look really cool. But you know, you can also go all in on it for $300, I think was the buy-in if you wanted to go all in, which might as well go on and get all those miniatures. So looking forward to kind of seeing where that lands, what more stuff and stretch goals they add along the way, what they finally end at. So looking forward to seeing more on the Monster Hunter board game. Happy Earth Day this week. Earth Day happened just a couple days ago. So Razer, who I love talking about, they always do weird kind of, they have like weird, besides being a tech peripheral company, they do weird things like a toaster and just all this other crazy kind of stuff. So one of the things I saw this week is that for Earth Day, Razer was like investing in bamboo toilet paper, so they can go, you know, going as green as possible. I also read for the first time it was like, it's not Razer proper. It's like they really built out this division that's like the Razer lifestyle brand, and they're trying to get, and maybe that's where like toasters and stuff like that. I think they're just trying to get their logo as many places as possible, get it into your household, become a household name. So I think it's really working. I don't own a Razer toaster, but I definitely could use a new toaster. So you know, I think this kind of investment, this seemed more like a gag thing. You know, something to go with, celebrate your Earth Day. But hey, if you're looking for some bamboo toilet paper and maybe some headphones or you know, a new gaming headset, check them out on Razer. I'll have a link down below. One of the big, this one immediately caught my eye and had held my attention all week. Knights of the Old Republic is getting a remake. And this is coming from Asper ASPYR. They're a company that is that has worked with some really big companies. They worked on like the Star Wars games. They've teamed up with Take-Two and 2K and bunch of big projects. So they have a bunch of big projects under their belt, and they will be handling the Knights of the Old Republic remake. I think people have been clamoring for a remake of probably one of the greatest Star Wars games ever made. So I'm really looking forward to kind of a remaster. We've kind of seen the age of remasters kind of coming up. So I'm really excited for this. I think people have wanted it for some time. I think Asper has the chops to kind of do it. One thing I did notice about them is they fall under the Embracer Group, which is kind of like the THQ Nordic people who have recently got Gearbox and all that kind of stuff. So sounds like they're really pulling together a really good team. They'll have a lot of really good assets within the company or the publisher as large or at large. So really looking forward to seeing what is coming out for this Knights of the Old Republic remake. Last but certainly not least, I saw another trailer this week. 40K. There is an IP that is very near and dear to my heart, and that's the Warhammer 40K IP. They're going in a first-person direction. So I know that we've seen like Dark Tides, which was going to be like a Left 4 Dead style, or at least a 4-player cooperative game. But there was a Necromunda Hired Guns game that I saw this week. Had like a 2-minute trailer. It was pretty cool watching it. Gave me a lot of Doom vibes, and I could kind of see that kind of vibe of like running around and strafing and you know, constant bullet fire existing in like a 40K IP, because you got these big monsters and you got to use different weapons to take down those monsters. So I got a lot of really cool Doom vibes. So, and it's already an IP that I love. So looking forward to seeing more on Necromunda Hired Guns. That's it for the week. It was a quick rundown, but let me know down in the comments if you think I missed anything. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this content. If you do, follow, like, and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch so you can see more great content like this. Thanks again. I hope you have a super day. I hope you have a super week. And I hope you have a super day.